Good day, everyone. I would like to welcome you all to our first session in Reading and Writing Skills class. So for today, we will have the overview and the orientation of our subject matter. So for today's session, we are going to have the following topics. So first, we have the background of the subject. Second, we have the grading system. Third, the subject requirements. Fourth, we will talk about the form of communication. Fifth, we will have the schedule of our classes. And sixth, the process flow of output submission. Let us now begin by identifying the background of the subject. What is reading and writing skills subject? Why is it important? What are the benefits that you can gain once you master these skills? Reading and writing skills subject is a core subject that all students in senior high school will take regardless of their tracks and strand. This subject will expose learners on how to develop their writing ability through the use of the patterns of developing paragraphs, identifying and utilizing writing prowess through awareness and application of the properties of a written text, and giving sound reactions about the text read. Moreover, this subject will help you identify and utilize your writing skills through your awareness and application of the properties of a written text. You can also better appreciate good grammar as fundamental to written communication. More so, using this on a personal basis can help you express ideas precisely and gain other people's respect in whatever things you have to say. Okay, so class presented on the screen is the budget of work for reading and writing skills. So on the first column, it is the quarter number. For the second column, the most essential learning competencies, and the third column is the number of days taught. So I will be sharing to you the copy of this MELC in our GC. Okay, so for the third quarter, we only have three most essential competencies, and for the fourth quarter, we have six. Okay, now we will have the grading system. So how am I going to rate your work, or how am I going to give you grades in this subject? So of course, um, the grading system for this subject is divided into two. First is the written works, consists of 40%, and the second one is the performance task that consists of 60%. So in our written works, we are going to have here the weekly test or the weekly activities that I am going to give you through our Google Classroom. The second one, the performance task, is consists of writing essays, video presentation, and portfolio making. Also, attending and participating in our online class activities will help you gain points in your performance task, because of course participating in the class will serve as also a performance. Okay. Third topic is the subject requirements. So here are the things that you need to prepare during and at the end of our quarter. Okay. First, you have to make sure that you answered our weekly test via Google form. The second one is the performance task that should be submitted in our Google Classroom. The third one is the portfolio making. So presented on the screen on the parts that you need to prepare in making your portfolio. So your portfolio can be in a soft copy or in a handwritten form. So for the first page, you're going to, of course, insert or put your photo, write your name, section, and the subject title. So again, our subject here is reading and writing skills. For the second part of your portfolio, we're going to have, or you're going to insert your compiled weekly home learning plan activities per week. After that, you also have to indicate the a 5-sentence reflection about the week's lesson. And for the last part, you're going to make a page for the selfie, or for your selfie while doing the activities in our reading and writing class. Third, this will be the form of communication in our class. Okay, so we will have the Google Classroom and the group chat. So for the group chat name, it is written on the left side of the slide, and on the right side are the codes for our Google Classroom. So we have here for the HE11D, E, HE11I, 11I, HA11J, UMS 11I, and GAS 11I. Please take note of the class code so that when you need to download and upload your task, it will be easily for you to locate and identify the things that you need to submit for a specific week. Fifth, the schedule of online or class consultation. So we will have a synchronous class of once per week. Okay, so indicated on the slide is our schedule. So for HE11D, we will meet every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. For HE11E, we will meet on Monday or every Monday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. For HE11I, we will discuss every Thursday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. For HE11J, we will meet every Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. For UMS 11I, we will meet for every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And lastly, for GAS 11I, please make sure that you will attend our synchronous class every Friday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Okay, so if you want to visit me on school, for example, you have personal things that you need to discuss with me, I am available on school every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. only. Okay, so you can find me in the faculty room beside our guidance office. Now let's have the process flow in output submission. So how are you going to do the modular distance learning under my class? Alright, first, you're going to download the following documents via Google Classroom or using your Google Classroom. So first, you're going to download the self-learning modules. Second, the weekly home learning plan. And third, the activity sheets or the answer sheets. Second, you're going to study the lesson in your module. Third, after studying your lesson, you're going to answer the weekly home learning plan activities. You're going to write your answer in the answer sheet provided. After that, you will compile it in your portfolio and submit it at the end of the quarter. So for quarter 3, our submission for the weekly home learning plan activities compiled in your portfolio is on April 8, 2022. Next, for the fourth step, you're going to answer the weekly test using our Google form. For the fifth step in our modular distance learning in reading and writing skills subject is you're going to do the performance task assigned for a specific week. Then turn it in using your Google Classroom. And lastly, you're going to write a 5-sentence reflection essay about the things that you learned for that specific week. So 1 week is equivalent to 1 reflection. Okay, so I have here few reminders for you guys in our modular distance learning in reading and writing class. Okay, so first, the weekly home learning plan activities should be submitted at the end of each quarter, compiled in your portfolio. So you're not going to submit the weekly home learning plan activities in school every week. Okay? Okay. Second, the only thing that you will submit every week is either the weekly test via Google form or the performance test assigned. And lastly, you may consult me via Messenger using this format. Okay, so don't forget to write your name, your section, and please go direct to the point on the things that you would like to ask to me so that we can be able to save more time and I can be able to answer all your queries directly. With all the discussions and reminders that I gave to you earlier, I hope that you're now guided and ready to apply those learnings for our session or for our first lesson for this week. Okay, so for this week, we have the task number 1, lesson 1, which is about the patterns of development in writing across disciplines. It will be from February 14 to 18, 2022. So now let us now try to apply the instructions that I gave to you earlier. So first, you need to download all the necessary materials in our subject in our Google Classroom. After downloading all the materials, you're going to open your self-learning module and study it. After studying the self-learning module, you're now going to answer the weekly home learning plan activities using the answer sheet provided in the Google Classroom. After answering, you will compile it in your portfolio. So make sure to submit the compiled weekly home learning plan activity sheets on April 8, 2022. Okay, so after answering the weekly home learning plan activities for this week, you are now ready to do the performance test using the performance task sheet that I also uploaded in our Google Classroom. So the deadline for the for the performance task sheet will be on February 21, 2022. So that will be on Monday next week. If you're going to open your Google Classroom right now, so here is the activity that you will see. So we have week 1, lesson 1, patterns of development in writing across disciplines. So as you can see, I also gave you instructions on how are you going to do the modular distance learning in reading and writing class. Next, we have here the documents that you need to download in your cell phone, laptop, or tablet. So as you can see, we have here the self-learning module, the weekly home learning plan activities, the answer sheet for the weekly home learning plan, and the performance task sheet where you will write your answer to different questions that I gave to you as your performance for the week's lesson. Okay, so we have here the weekly home learning plan, also the answer sheet for your weekly home learning plan, and the performance task sheet. Okay, so I hope with the discussions that we have, I already made myself clear to you, and I already discussed to you how are you going to run the modular distance learning in reading and writing class. So again, if you have questions, please feel free to message me via messenger. Thank you, and God bless to you all.